Hey everyone, Michael Wall here. We're talking this show about the idea of preparing in advance when you sell your company. How many of you have done something last minute and you're like, oh my gosh, I just wish I would have prepared a little bit more. Maybe the result would have been a little better. Well, I'm here with Nick Geraci. He's our private tax director, a great guy. He's been in the tax space a long time. Nick, we've collaborated years ago. It's been a wonderful connection, but This is something that we see a lot when people are looking to sell their businesses is they kind of wait until nobody waits till the last minute, Nick.
Of course not.
Nobody.
Yeah,
Everybody's well prepared,
That's
way
right.
in advance. They're talking to the next door neighbor about all their ideas and what they should do. They're listening to the plumber and the pool. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
The reality of it is we need to be preparing in advance before we sell a business. Why?
Well, the reality of the situation is many business owners wait until they're so burnt out and they're ready to retire or they're ready to just quit that they don't take the requisite time to line up everything in a way that helps them maximize their sales price. They're forgetting about how buyers look at companies when they're looking to acquire. They're looking for repeatable income. They're looking for documented systems and processes. They don't like over-reliance on the owner, right? They're looking for a turnkey operation that they can buy and run and continue to be profitable.
So when you say over-reliance on the owner, you're talking about somebody where maybe there's a company that has very little enterprise value, meaning that if the owner is removed from that business, there's not a lot of value to the company.
Ceases to operate.
And I think that, by the way, it's a little side note, Nick, because there's a lot of people that say, hey, I got a great, valuable business generating this much revenue, but they don't take themselves out of the equation and say, what would the revenue be for the company if I didn't exist?
Yeah. They don't just buy profitability, they buy predictability. And when there's over-reliance on the owner and there's no delegation, it really will drop your sales price and make you less marketable and less attractive to a potential buyer.
So why do you think people wait? I mean, is it? I don't think their intention is to wait. My thought is, over the years as I've watched folks with businesses as they've exited, I believe they're just so focused on working on their day-to-day business that they just don't have the time to really, or take the time to do this. They think, well, I'll deal with it later. Is that?
Absolutely. From my lens, from the CPA lens, I see business owners across a lot of different industries. And more often than not, too often, they're so in the weeds trying to run their business, working in the business, they're not working on their business.
Yeah.
And you know, that really comes back to hurt them in the long run when they do eventually burn out because, you know, we don't all stay young forever.
Right. So if you were going to give a business owner that's watching this right now, one quick thought, as far as preparing in advance, what time frame, how long in advance should they prepare? And what's maybe one or two things they can do to help them get organized to do that?
Truthfully, a business owner should start preparing for an exit when they think they might be ready in the next few years. You know, it takes time to normalize revenue. It takes time to line up all these ducks in the row to make you look like an appetizing lunch for someone who might be looking to purchase. So when you start thinking about you might be ready to sell, that's when you start putting your team together. That's when you start adjusting any of your financials that need to be corrected or buttoned up, in short, a few years beforehand.
Yeah, so well in advance. Imagine going to a restaurant and being in a place where you've launched the restaurant and now that it's open, and you got all the tables there and everything's there. You're like, now we're going to figure out the menu. That's kind of like
Great
not
analogy.
beginning with the end in mind, right?
That's right.
You need to begin with the end in mind. Listen, if you have questions about what to do there, you have questions about how to connect, there's links on this page that you can reach out to us and we can walk you further through the process of selling your business well. Be blessed. We'll see you next time.